Okra is a fruit, technically, that is from the hot, humid climate of and continent of Africa, which is why it grows so well in the American South. So let's talk a little bit about okra, what it is. I hope you'll subscribe and share this with a friend. Okra is treated as a vegetable. We eat it as a vegetable. It grows on tall, spindly stalks, and the stems rather, and the leaves are covered with little hairs that make picking okra annoying. But okra grows on a flowering plant, and it's easy to just walk down the rows of okra and pick it. So you want to make sure that you check out my blog also on this because I'll share a lot more information. But in this video, I'm going to show you or let you hear what it sounds like when you have picked okra that is too far gone and is not able to be used. Now, a lot of folks think they don't like okra because they say it's slimy. It does have what's called mucilage. It's in the marshmallow family and related to the hibiscus plant. And there are ways to prepare okra so that it's not, as some people call it, slimy. It can become gummy as it cooks. And this can be worked to your advantage because it's a great thickener for soups or stews, and especially gumbo, which our family loves. One benefit of this mucilage is that it actually binds to cholesterol and toxins in the body and in the intestines and moves it out gracefully so that it really helps. In this way, it has been known to help with some folks manage diabetes or blood pressure or even other health issues. Okra is rich in vitamins, minerals, a lot of health benefits, and it is very rich in calcium and magnesium, and it actually has protein, which is rare in a fruit or a vegetable. A lot more information and recipes on how to prepare okra. You are going to want to make sure you click on the link that leads you to the blog at heritageways.com in the show notes of this video. But let's talk a little bit about the size of the okra. You're wanting to harvest okra that is roughly 2 to 4 inches. Now, if it's much bigger than that, it's going to be really hard and crunchy, and you will hear when you start to cut into it that it is going to be too hard to eat. Now, as you've seen in this demonstration, there were different sizes of pods here. Some were obviously a little too long and some were shorter. And I have found through years and years and years, all my life of harvesting and eating, cooking and eating okra, that you could have a very short pod that might be woody and inedible, and you could have a long pod that might be really tender. So it's my experience that you really have to cut into it. But as soon as you cut into it, you're going to know because you're going to hear that it's woody sounding or too crunchy. But the rule of thumb is basically, speaking of thumbs, is to use your hand. So I usually teach my young kids about the size of their pointer finger when they're picking okra. But the younger the better, so anywhere from 2 to 4 inches at the most. There are so many ways to prepare okra to eat. You could use it in soup, stews, gumbo. It is a great thickener. You can fry it, boil it, steam it, cook it with tomatoes, stuff it, grill it, pickle it, ferment it, roast it, dehydrate it, or some people drink okra water. So my favorite way, one of my favorite ways, is to dehydrate it. And that is definitely my favorite way to have okra for the wintertime. We simply harvest okra that is not woody and we cut it just as the same way it sounds when we want to fry it. And we just put it in our dehydrator, just like that. And that's all there is to it. I've seen dehydrated okra on the shelves like this one, but it's covered with canola oil and other things that I do not want to eat. You've probably seen crunchy breaded okra in the store. You might have seen okra and tomatoes. I've seen that in the South. You might have seen fried okra on menus in restaurants. And that's really our favorite way. I don't bread it necessarily. I just dust it with cornmeal. And I actually have another video on YouTube that I will link in the description box of this video. And also it will be linked on the blog at heritageways.com. How to fry okra. We always fry it in our cast iron. That's the best way to do it. And we can just eat it like popcorn this way. It is not at all slimy or gummy or gooey at all when you have fried okra. Just delicious. Be sure to check out my blog link that you'll find in the description box of this video along with other recipes. Make sure you count your blessings, y'all.